Martin out of Malcolm out of Mecca. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go make Magneto.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And right away, he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Now Wentz. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground with Swift. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll set up to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in the play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Lions at 5-3 now on the year. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this one is right down the middle. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Inside handoff now to Fournette. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a play fake. Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Fournette on the counter. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Wentz going to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
You can't be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Up the gut, Fournette. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Will keep it. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 2nd down, Swift. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
A couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one taken in by Cephas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And some room to maneuver. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Once again, it's Swift. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he fires one, but incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Fournette running wide side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know the speed is a hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. This is taken at the 23. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On play action, it's Wentz. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on up top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Out of the gun now on third down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Back to throw now on first down. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys at first.
Well, we both know there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the gun, here's Swift. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
You know that old expression, it's not my... hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On play action, Wentz. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is now 13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, he created a big run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Wentz now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here from the 38. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. I'll just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. To throw is Wentz. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. And it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Wentz to throw again. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Succop, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Right back to Swift again on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On third down, here comes Swift. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Now Wentz. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers under pressure. They got him again. There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. On first and 10, it's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Lions, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.